Hello everyone. So today we're going to talk about the browser, about the text processing action, and also about the regular expressions and regular expression tester, how to use it and stuff like that. So let's go. So here you see the browser with which you will work when you need to do something with the website. Actually, you can turn it off here. Project settings, don't use browser in case if you don't need, if you work, for example, with the folders on your PC. But today we're going to talk about the browser itself. So here you can enter any website. If you click recording and then click enter or go to page button, you see it will be recorded. So I'm going to show you a little on the Discord website. So also here, for example, you can click and set up your proxy. I don't know, for example, like this. As you see, it's also added an action of setting the proxy. And here you can pick what you need or what you don't need. For example, we don't need pictures. So you click here and in your project, there is pictures are now disabled, but you have to use it before you enter the website. So for example, like this, let's reload it. Let's check for a while. Oh, I've installed the proxy. Let's do it from the scratch. So disabled pictures. Now we go to the website. And as you see, there is no pictures. Also, you can block pop-up windows, frames, CSS, JavaScript, plugins, advertisement, media. So everything is here. Just don't remember to click on the recording button if you wanted to add it to your project. So I will enable pictures again. Here it is. So here is our browser. And I will teach you how to work with it. So for example, we need to click on this login button. So we make a right click, then click to the action designer. As you see, here the element properties and element tree. Let's look at it. For example, you see there is inner HTML property, which name login. We can use like this. So here the attribute name. You can click inner HTML. As you see, there is only one option find on this web page. So then we click Rise, and here you can choose from click, touch, long touch, swipe, and stuff like this. Let's give it a click. You can test first. As you see, it's opening. And if everything is working, you can add it to the project. So here's our new action after we click login. Sometimes you can't find anything good here. And as you see over there, for example, there is a property called data track. You can't find it here, but let's go to the main page again. Go to the action designer, and here it is. You can just write down. You see data track, click on search, and there is like 2 hidden options and one is shown to us. We can also add this to the project, check it. As you see, it works. It's good because some websites are using different languages. So if you're using proxy or stuff like this, your language can be different from what you're doing from the scratch on Project Maker. So much better to find something that is not connected, that is not related to the language. So let's, for example, find something else. Let's go to the Facebook. Then to the Action Designer. As you see, Facebook uses very, very different IDs. I think that they're changing every time you log in. And like, as you see, the best way to click on this button is to use this option, Data Test ID. So here's the value. Let's add it to the project and let's try it. Everything works fine. So as you understand, sometimes when you're going to do some projects on big websites, that can be then where the language can be different depending on your proxy or something. So much better to search for something that is not connected with the text. So let me show you one more thing. Let's go to the main page. Let's try to find this again. And as you see here, here's the element tree. So sometimes you can find something and you just go and try to use the element tree. Here's the input text, input password, few hidden inputs. There is a button. There is a login button. So in some cases, you have to use the element tree. So there are websites and the tree is really big and one form or one button have a lot of had a lot of branches. So there is the way how to find it. So okay, this is it. I think actually also you can here click the let's talk about this. So it's easy. This is the back button, refresh page, go to the page, a new tab button. Let's call it 1. As you see, there is a new tab open right now. Also, you can click on recording, make something like this. There is a tab name, and after tab name, you can pick any website. Sometimes it's useful. For example, when you use the temporary mails that don't have they only have a website, don't have an SMTP or IMAP, something like this. Also, there is like input mode with mouse or with touch events. I recommend you to use the full mouse emulation when you're working with it. So let's click. We have to restart first after we change something in the project settings. So let's go to the Facebook and let's click this button. As you see, there is full mouse emulation. It works like this, and if we then add this, so here is the name. Let's make a click. It will come from here to here. So as you see, it works great. Also here you can set the value. For example, here, let's set the value, I don't know, Anthony. But much better to click on it first, then make an emulation process, like keyboard emulation. Anthony. Minimap. Something like this is more preferable. And also you can get the value for some, for example, from this, the action designer here, and you need to get. So here is the year option. So we choose the selected items and get it. And over here, you just place a new, for example, year. You need it if you click here something randomly, and then you need to get the info. What year did you register and stuff like that. So right now it's 95. As you see, you get everything. So, and basically, there is also extensions, but they works only with the Chromium browser. Let me show you. From the scratch. Now it's a Chromium browser, so we can add an extension, Chrome extension, this format. You can find any online, just download it. I can put a special also Chrome extension for a real browser, which can help you to download in this format any extension from the shop. And also you can clear cookies, clear cache, look at the source, DOM page, and stuff like this. And so let's talk here. I told you about everything, so let's talk about the regular expressions and how to find something. So here is a regular expressions tool. It's easy to use. For example, here we have a Facebook page. So let's go to the environment, and we need to find this stuff for celebrity, brand, or business, something like that. So I'll take the page source, add it to my notepad, then let's search for this text. So here, as you see, for a celebrity, brand, or business, we need to find this. So how to do this? Let's take this big class, like this, and use tools, regular expressions and add it here. So we need this text. For example, what is going before this text? So like a registration form class ADH. Before the text, before the search text, here should always be this stuff. And it closes with div. So this comes up with the search text. Enable line wrap, shortest match. Let's test. So as you see, we found this. Now we can copy the regular expression, and here is the text processing tool. So let's add regular expression. Let's take the page source variable. So here, click here to copy it, paste it here, and same result. I will call test. Let's see custom. So right now we use it, and now we have what we were looking for. Sometimes you will search from the website or from the your notepad or from TXT, wherever you want to search something, you use the regular expression tool. So let's talk about the text processing a little more. Let me make it bigger. So let's talk about everything here. Let's start with escape sequences. So this is kind of stuff that helps you to escape special characters. Characters like this. And for example, I've added, so here are the sequences. Let's, as you see, there is like escape. It's almost often uses for queries. That's it. Let's go further. So prepare JavaScript. It is a process text for using a logic or a JavaScript action. Then regular expressions. I've explained it to you. Just the thing that here you can click the error when the answer is empty, and if so, then you can go with this logic. And what to get first, all one match matches number to variables or to table. That's it. Then the replace, what to search, how to replace the text or replace the regex. For example, we need to replace animal to nothing. So as you see, we just removed the animal word. So then the syntax, it randomizes and unifies the text. So how it works, for example, 1, 2, 3. Close it. And when we use it, it just pick randomly. It randomly picks one of 3 options, or options could be as many as you wish. Also, it could be text, anything, or even big text sentences. So, or just one, you can use A, just one letter. You can use A, or Russian A, or any other language A. So something like this. Then the split. For example, you have something like this. Let's create a new variable, call it split. It can be, for example, so login, pass, then IP, then port, or something like this. We choose it, put it here, and let's first split login pass from IP and port. So you always start with a 0, as in any programming language. So here is the log pass, it is the first. So we call it credentials. And the IP port is the second. So we use it, as you see. In credentials, there is log pass, and IP port, there is IP port. If you want to split one more time, you would just switch the separator, put the credentials here, and then here will be login, and then it will be pass. Let's split one more time. So right now I have log and pass. That's it, it's easy. So substring. So for example, we have some a text here. So we need to take any text from the 10 characters to end of the text. Let's use it. So as you see, here is the 10 characters, and you just substring it to the end of the text. So to list, you can add your text to list. You can create list here. Let's call it text. As you see, it appears here. And now just put something to the list, new content. So here we put something to the list. Also here you can choose the separator. Table, the same as to the list, but you create the table. So press table, everything is the same. You just add it. Now, as you see, you put it in the table. To variable, you just put any text or something. You can combine two variables, for example, variable credentials, then duck, and then IP port, and we put it to var. So as you see, it's combined. This is really easy to char. It converts integer value to Unicode characters. Let me show you. Let's use it. So, for example, something like this, you can find everything in Google. So, like this. Then to lower, it lowers the text from the big to small. To upper, it's not the same, but vice versa. Translation, I've never used it, but if you need, you have to make and set up the settings first for it. transliteration. I don't know really need it, but it translates from Cyrillic words to Latin alphabet, like this. So then the trim, for example, you can trim space, enter tab, so custom check characters. I'm sorry. Where to trim beginning, and end, beginning, or just end. It's very useful when you use the regular expressions, and sometimes there's like space before. So let me show you. It removed the space. So URL decode. So let's start first with URL encode. For example, browsers are using, you need to, let's go to Google. So let's search something. As you see, second. As you see, here is what we're searching, but sometimes you have to encode when you work with the URL encode and decode. Let's start with encode. So only Latin letters, numbers are allowed in the URL. All other characters should be encoded with this tool. So, for example, here is the Cyrillic word. Let's encode it. And as you see, it's encoded like this. And after this, you can use it, for example, with Google. Let me show you how. I've copied. So, put it here. And as you see, now everything is okay. And so decode is to decode the text to its initial state. So that's everything I want to show you for today. Feel free to ask me questions. So hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. Bye.